this is the beginning of the bathroom project. It's February 21st, very cold day, family day, about 9 o'clock in the morning. You've seen the pictures of the way the room has been for several years now. It's presumably going to be a beautiful tiled bathroom if and when we get finished. A positive thing is I checked my horoscope on the internet today, and it says it's a good day to undertake a new project, so we'll see. Well, this is really the third day of the project, except I didn't do anything yesterday. This is day two. We started putting the white up, and we put some of the molding up. So here will be an accent tile. This is
that's glue, is it? That's glue?
Yeah, it's cement. It's tile cement, and fortunately, what happens is I have to cut the tiles here so that they line up, but they come up pretty well even over there, so there's not a lot of wastage in this section anyhow. So, now we put a tile in place. This was cut. And like so. And then we wrap it with and shout out February 23rd, 2011. Someday we'll be long gone. They'll tear this house down and people look at it. Oh my goodness, I guess I should sign it too, the master ceramic artist.
Well, let's see. Turn it over. I can't. I like it the other way.
Okay, so I'll just make sure they're all the same way. That's all. Okay.
I can't see what you're doing because you're in front of it.
Okay. Well, this is the end of the second day of work, full day of work. This hole here, I just have to wait until the frame of the cement on it hardens because I don't want the weight of the tile leaning on it. So basically, other than a few little pieces, we've got this wall pretty well finished today. Well, this is the result of what we did yesterday, which was Thursday. It doesn't look like a big thing, but it was a great deal of piecing work had to be done. This had to be mitered, and these sections here, they had to be cut. And then over there, if I take a look over there, all around the mirror, that involved a good deal of piecing and fitting together. So I figure I've got about half the tiling done. But that doesn't mean that it's half the job done, because all this still has to be grouted. Still haven't decided whether we're putting something up or on the top. New light has to be installed. And then here we're hoping to put in a little sort of a shelf thing, an inset shelf. One little flaw there, but unfortunately this molding here, it was a closeout item, and we have enough to finish the job around the room, but I would love to put it around the door, and there isn't A, I don't have enough, and B, I can't buy enough unless I start looking at Home Depots all over Ontario. So I don't know what we're going to do there yet, but I'm sure as always we'll come up with something.
How you doing? Huh? You're coming in to see what Daddy's doing? Oh my. Oh, she's such a pretty girl. Yes, she is.
And there I am, in my worky clothes. Time for a drink. Now, there are some little things I have to do here. For example, I've had to shim up some of the tiles to keep them level with matchsticks, or in some cases pieces of wood or a piece of chipped tile. This is good and hard now, so I can take that out. And there again, mitering this border was a little tricky, but with the tile saw it was pretty easy to do. So there again, in a perfect world, everything would come out even, but here, working around the window, there was a gap of about a quarter inch. So I have to make these little compromises here and there. I don't know how a professional would have done it, but this is my approach anyhow, and I think when it's grouted it will look okay. This posed something of a problem. I want to put something other than ceramic around the door, and yet we can't get any more of those little lintels. So came up with this idea. The bottom one, as you notice, has been stained. We're going to try staining them, and this is the tiles that we had used in the kitchen downstairs, which are split in two. So this is the end of today's tiling work, Sunday afternoon. Things have been going pretty well. Again, there's been a lot of piecing around here. The thermostat for the heater and the light switch and the fan switch. And I had planned to finish up this section here today, but to do it I will need a couple of extra tools and they're down in the basement and I just can't be bothered. This is a problem right here. I think I figured out how to do it and I tried. It didn't work, but I may need some help with it or a different tool. How do we get the tiles in there? We can't move the vanity without undoing the plumbing and everything else. And I think the answer is to take thin pieces of tile, cover them with a lot of cement, and just hammer them in, whoop, like that. I had one in there, but it fell down, so I just got to find a way of keeping them from falling down. It'll be sort of a bit of a goddamn type job, but I think it will work. And here I'm going to have to chisel out or saw out just, maybe about a 1/4 inch. I suppose I could cut the tile to fit around there, but I think it would be smoother if I just cut away a little bit of the wood so that the tile can fit in. This was today's portion of the project. We got this section of wall up, then tiled around the electrical controls for the electric heater, for the light, and for the exhaust fan. This was rather good. I'm kind of proud of this. We didn't know just what to do around the doorways. So these are the same tiles that we had in the kitchens. I just cut them in half and used them as a border, and it seems to work very well. That one dark down at the bottom there, that's I still don't know if we're going to stain them or not. We'll decide. Then this section isn't done because here I didn't want to get into that today, but with the cement still wet, I want the tiles to be firm. I'm going to break through there and see just what may be involved in installing a ceramic tiled shelf in there. Well, okay, this is something we never tried before. We've cut out this section of the wall here, which is kind of a messy job, squared it off since the earlier view. This will go in here. And I've got to take this down the basement and put a backing on it, right? It will be tiled, it will go in here. Marty doesn't like it. I think it's going to look okay. It goes in like so, and I think it should look just great when it's finished. Now there's an interesting example here of how one small mistake can lead to a major problem. Now, do you notice what the difference is here, the difficulty? The molding, the mirror, then over here, right? That is about, a couple inches higher than it is on this side. And I could not figure out why that was. What is the reason for this? Well, it's very simple. I spaced it out by counting tiles. And here we had one 5-inch tile, then 3 of the standard 12-inch tiles, and then the molding. So I did exactly the same thing over here. Why didn't it come out even? There's small tile, 3 tiles, and the molding, and yet the molding is higher. Well, the answer is very simple. Once you know the answer. I cut this on the wrong dimension. I cut it lengthwise rather than sideways. Net result was a couple of inches different. So we'll just have to live with the mistake. I don't think it'll look that bad when it's cleaned up. Well, as always, when doing a project like this, I like to leave a record. So this is the Toronto Star for yesterday, I guess, which should be March the 1st, 2011. Someday, I hope in a long time, when they tear this house down, they'll pull this out. So, goodbye forever. Woo! Well, it's now about 5 o'clock. I've had a pretty full day, and this job here looks pretty good. I think it's fine. Probably going to put a flower in it. I'm reasonably pleased with it. I wanted to do the tiles in it diagonally, but that proved to be a little complicated. So we started, this job would have been almost impossible to do without this tile saw. We've done a good bunch of cutting on the tile saw here. It's a messy thing, but it just simply would have been almost impossible, using an angle grinder or cutting with a tile cutter that I have.